All right, so today's conversation about PCOS and hirsutism is going to come down to one of the leading questions we get asked during a consultation as electrolysis. Does it work even if I have this hormone imbalance? And the fact is yes. However, there's some caveats to that, and we need to talk about those caveats. First, and probably at the top of the list, is management of one's hormone imbalance. If you do not have a medical provider, or you are not trusting the guidance that your provider has given you, it's time to start diving deep into how to get better management. PCOS in itself is multi-systems that have to be managed to improve quality of life for the patient. When it comes to your hormones and hair, those excess androgens increase the speed in which the hair grows. It increases the volume, the density, the color becomes darker in certain cases. And with all of those changes, it becomes harder to see the finish line, because if it's not managed, then we're just chasing hair growth. Can we take care of it? Absolutely. If we manage that side, the medical side of it, we can take care of it a lot faster. And that is something that I think about with my patients all the time, is what are we doing behind the scenes to help us get further along the process? A lot of people feel as though you might be pushing them down certain types of medical intervention when those conversations come up. And it can be really discouraging, because the average patient sees between 5 to 7 medical providers before even getting a PCOS diagnosis, and that's if that provider offers care. And since there are no FDA-approved pathways for medical medication within PCOS and medical intervention within it, it becomes really frustrating for the patient. But if we can do even just a little bit of management, you will find that your results from electrolysis and laser go faster, okay? Some management can look like utilizing spironolactone. It can look like using Vanica, the suppressing creams that people will have for excess hair growth. Sometimes it can look like being on something like metformin, Ozempic, like the GLP ones, Ozempic, Mounjaro, those ones. It can look like that, because if we're reducing some of the comorbidities within PCOS, sometimes it will help alleviate the symptoms of hirsutism a little bit more. It will help manage that, so we're not chasing new androgen-based growth. We are then managing what we have and then breaking it down from there. The process takes time, and the average person without a hormone imbalance is about 1.5 to 3 years. If we manage our PCOS, if we manage our hormone imbalance, then we can achieve those results a little bit faster, okay? If we don't, that 1.5 to 3 year range can take a lot longer. And we also have to look at, what did you come in with? What were you hoping to achieve? And then talk about milestones along the way, because sometimes as we remove that superficial layer of hair, the stuff that was below the surface that might not have bothered you at the time then becomes problematic, because you're still seeing that. So as you're going through these processes, I want you to check in with your electrologist. I want you to check in with your medical provider. See if there's ways that you can be having a little bit of intervention in your plan so that your results go faster. The reason that we see a slowing in results within those with PCOS and hirsutism, assigned female at birth that have facial hair problems, and they're going through laser hair removal, is simply because if the target isn't there, it's harder to break it down. That's why we have to call it permanent hair reduction versus permanent hair removal, because electrolysis will go after every type of hair, where laser does have to have that candidacy. Will it break it down? Sure. Will you get rid of a lot of hair? Yeah. I have most of my body hair taken care of laser, and even some of my face. But when it is not the right tool, it doesn't make sense to continue pursuing that. And so talking to a provider that understands when to put you in the right chair, trusting that provider, being the electrologist or laser technician. And if you have questions and you don't feel like it's mapped out and matched up to anything else, it's okay to do multiple consultations. I wouldn't recommend provider switching, so basically going 1 week to this provider, 1 week to that provider, because you can't track progress that way. It's not like a true testament to what's going on. But if that's all you can get in for, and you're trying to hit those results, and one provider isn't available, but they're available half as many times as the other one, then you can supplement those ways. But it's important to have those open conversations so that your providers can then chat about your treatment plan with a release of information, and be able to discuss how to get you to that goal faster. What were the things talked about in each consult? Because most electrologists, we're a community. So as long as there's a good connection between the two people that you're seeing, you're going to be able to have two people taking on a substantial problem that you're facing. Can you get rid of the hair? Absolutely. Can it be taken care of electrolysis and laser? Absolutely. Will it take time? Absolutely. And do you need medical intervention? In most cases with hirsutism, yeah. So those are some of the takeaways that I get asked a lot when it comes to your initial consultation for PCOS and hirsutism. Can it work? Yeah. Is it going to take some time? Yeah. And if it can take less time, I am here for it, because the faster we get you to the results that you've been hoping and craving for, the happier I am, because that means my billboard's out there just telling all the people how we can take care of them. All right, everybody, peace, love, and hair removal. If you guys haven't gotten a chance to, and you're an electrologist or laser technician, September 22nd, I will be doing PCOS, hirsutism, and our role as a electrologist and permanent hair removal specialist. I definitely recommend heading over to electrologycoalition.com, signing up for class. If you're a patient and you're wanting to learn more, the home study will be out later, and you can definitely download it and learn a little bit more about what's behind the scenes when it comes to electrology. Will you be able to perform electrolysis in this? No. But will you be able to really get a better understanding of what your consultations look like? Absolutely. So I hope that is some information that you guys can walk away with. Sign up for that class, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.